Learn diagrams the easy way at Diagram Dazzles, and for today's session I will teach you how to draw the young anther in a transverse section, that is T.S. So the anther lobes, when you cut across, you see a butterfly-like outline. This butterfly-like outline reveals various wall layers like the epidermis, endothecium, the tapetum and the middle layers. Importantly, it contains the sporogenous tissue. A part enlarged is towards your right, and that reveals the same, the wall layers. Here is a detailed diagram which we'll be drawing. So in this you can see the connective clearly, which is drawn at the center, not to miss out on that. Epidermis is the outermost wall layer. It is thin, single layered. Endothecium is also thin walled in a young anther, and it is less differentiated, flat cells. Then there are multiple middle layers. You can draw 2 layers. And finally, the important innermost wall layer is the tapetum, which contains dense cytoplasm with a nucleus. Innermost is the microspore mother cells. Yes, now to start with the trick, first draw an outline. The outline comprises of the butterfly and a semicircle. Yes, so you will be drawing this and with the associations. Association is quite simple. It is B square. The first B is standing for the butterfly-like outline and the semicircle representing the bricks on the wall, which is nicely patterned. Of course, end it with a good detailing. So let us start drawing the diagrams. When we begin with, exactly, we don't start with the outline as such, but we are going to derive it, and first draw 2 circles. These 2 circles should be at least 2 centimeters apart, and then below that draw little smaller circles which is across 1 centimeter apart. In the center of the upper 2 circles, also draw the connective. Remember, the first 4 circles which we drew, they are nothing but the microsporangia, and hence you will have to show the wall layers surrounding. So this wall layer which I am drawing now across the 4 outer circles, that is the tapetum. Then also do the other wall layers. The middle layer, first draw it halfway across the 4 circles, as you can see here. So just halfway, because we are going to connect this layer. At the upper end, draw a dome shaped structure. Lower end, draw it like a loop or a groove, extending towards the center. Now finish off the 2 outlines on the outer side, that is to give a butterfly like outline. So you can see it like the 2 wings of the butterfly. Now complete the other wall layers, which runs parallelly like this. It has to run across the margin, completing the entire diagram. So this one is the endothecium. We have to repeat the same thing for the epidermis. So with this, the section of the anther is done, and now we'll start with the part enlarged. To draw the part enlarged, first draw a semicircle, or you can draw it like a slanted D. So this is what you will have to keep in mind. Then right away start with the epidermis, which is made up of barrel shaped, slightly larger cells but drawn in a single layer. So complete it across. So here we have the epidermis. Next is the endothecium. Endothecium is thin and flat and runs across the epidermis, and this is also a single layer. Yes, so once the endothecium is done, go ahead drawing the middle wall layers. In fact, you will have to draw 2 layers, middle wall, flat and thin cells, as you've drawn for endothecium. Yes, so in an immature or a young anther, the wall layers are less differentiated, and then you will have to show most of them flat. Exception is the epidermis, and also the tapetum. For tapetum, look at the shape of the cells. They have to be drawn slightly bulge or polygonal. So once you draw them, polygonal cells, fill the nucleus. Dot the nucleus at the center by a dark central dot. Also, similarly fill in the cytoplasm, which is dense, and that is to be indicated clearly. The other cells also will have the nucleus and the cytoplasm, but it is more prominently visible in the tapetum, so it has to be highlighted in the diagram. Yes, we come to the last and the central part, which is nothing but the sporogenous tissue comprising of the microspore mother cells. These have also to be drawn polygonal with the nucleus. Slightly draw the nucleus differently so that it could be well differentiated. So a diagram is complete. To give it an extra edge, darken the outline for the epidermis, so it will emphasize your diagram. Voila, we are done. Yes, now we go ahead with the labeling. For the labeling, you will have to indicate the part enlarged by means of dotted circle, as you can see here. Yes, so the anther and a part enlarged is being drawn. The next part, you will have to label the parts, that is the epidermis, endothelium, middle layers, tapetum, not to forget the sporogenous tissue, and the connective. The same thing on the right side, the wall layers, 4 of them, and then the innermost content you will have to label it as the microspore mother cell. Yes, so with this we complete the diagram. Practice it. Thank you for watching.